I'm going to give you some ideas for you to improve your productivity and effectiveness immediately. My name is Ralph Kison. Welcome. The series is for people who are committed to personal and professional development. Let me just dive right in. If you're like a lot of people, including me, because every once in a while I have to sort of get back on the tracks in terms of getting back to the basics around priority management and organizing my time, I'm going to share with you something that is going to reduce some of your stress, bring some clarity, and maybe help you kind of get some perspective and, more importantly, control and some space into your schedule. Here's what I teach people as a simple way to not only organize and reprioritize, but to become more productive and effective. If you think of your to-do list, just visualize this now, whether it's on paper or on a screen or in your head, doesn't matter where it is. You have a number of tasks and things that you've committed to delivering or performing. If you have a list and you haven't ranked or prioritized or grouped it, all you have is a list. The way that you tackle this to improve your effectiveness and actually get things done and also feel better about it and have a sense of accomplishment is by taking that list and going through it. And if you have one right now in front of you that you can access, you'll be able to apply what I'm going to share with you. Go down that list and look at every task or activity that's required to be done by you and decide, is it an A? And A means urgent and important, like you got to get on this now. And B is not urgent but important, and we need to get to it very soon. And if you just did that, and what helps people that are visual is if you take a highlighter and do all the A's maybe in a pink or a green, whatever your favorite color is, that pops a bit more, and then do the B's in a secondary color. After you've done that, look at the list, look at all the A's, and then determine what is A1, A2, A3, 4. In other words, now we're again prioritizing and ranking. And then you do the same thing with the B's. Now where this gets really good is you look at the rest of the list, the thing that didn't get an A or a B or a color, and you say, do I need to do this? That's what I call the D category. Dump it. In so many cases, or if you can't dump it, delegate it, right? You may be in a position where you can pass it on to somebody else. Somebody else better suited, not just getting rid of it, not just passing the buck. But the A and the B list is a very simple way to clarify and focus on what is a priority. And then what you do, and this requires self-discipline. You know, it's one thing to do the list, a whole other thing to now work from the list. But I encourage you, once you've identified, set time aside in your schedule to first start working on your A1. When you get through that, block it off. You know, just get rid of it. It's done. Your A2. And typically, from experience, what I've found both for myself and people that I work with, your A list does not contain 35 items. And let me say, if it does, you better go back and reassess your A's, or boy, you really need help. You can't have 35 A's. You typically have probably a handful of A's of things, again, urgent and important. Get through them first, then get to the B's. And a good way of looking at this is your B's are tomorrow's A's. So if you can keep working through the tasks and the issues that are priorities now, when you complete them, you actually start gaining control. You start not only feeling better about yourself, but your inner being is often more relaxed because you're now not living under that constant stress of having a to-do list or tasks that are almost like the troll under the bridge. Every time you go over, they kind of, you know, grab your leg or you know, poke you with a stick. So think of this as a way to get rid of the stress, improve your productivity, but also be realistic, right? Look at the list and cull it down and only put what you need on there, and then the A's, the B's, and the D, dump it or delegate it.